Hello, welcome to Gen Z Finance. I'm an older Gen Z on the cusp of being a young millennial, documenting my financial journey here on YouTube. I also have an Instagram at Zennial Finance that you can follow me on. I apologize for my voice if it sounds a little raspy. Last night was my sister's wedding, and my voice might be a little bit gone because we got to sing and dance and all of that fun stuff. But today's video is going to be kind of different. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded since my last paycheck budget with me. It's just been a kind of crazy week. But I thought today I was just going to do a little bit of a talking, gabbing session. I haven't done like a kind of rambling long session of just me and YNAB in a while. And I'm going to talk about how I handle my credit cards, specifically how I handle spending on credit cards or really spending from any category when I'm going to be reimbursed. Once you understand how it works in YNAB, I feel like it makes perfect sense, but it sometimes takes a little bit of time and practice with your own transactions or seeing others people do them to really understand it. Like I mentioned in my last video, I believe, I did go ahead and get a new credit card. I got the Chase Sapphire Preferred, and they were doing a bonus, which this bonus has now changed. The offer I got was 60,000 extra bonus points if you do $4,000 in spending in 3 months. And now that offer should be, by the time you see this or like next week, it should be 80,000 points. So I messed up on that, but still a good bonus. If you have seen my channel before, you know I do not spend like that. I think I spent $5,000 and like $500 in total on both of my credit cards in 2020. I don't really spend like that because I do live at home. My bill, I don't even have a lot of bills to put that money on. My mom doesn't use credit cards, or she doesn't use credit cards anymore, I should say, but she uses her debit card. And I was talking to her about, I really want to get a travel card and get extra points, but I just like don't spend enough to do it. And she was like, well, I spend enough to do it, so I'll just spend the money and then I can just send you the money so you can pay off the card. So that's what we're doing. So I'm kind of cheating, but I'm kind of not. And it just worked out because, we had some big spending happening the past couple of weeks in preparation for my sister's wedding. So you'll see some of that. So I'm going to come into this card here and reconcile. I have a lot of transactions to update. Okay, so let me enter some transactions. When did this happen? This was on the 19th. So the payee, so if my mom spent it, the payee I have is mom spending. And then let me actually show you this budget category I have underneath reimbursements. This is where I track any spending that it's not really mine, that maybe I'm covering for the group, and then my friends, or in this case my mom's going to pay me back for. So I have this non-me credit card spending, and you can see there's nothing budgeted in it, but if I click on the activity, you can see there's a lot of activity. Pretty much how it works is I assign the transaction as an outflow to that category. So you can see here, $123 for my mom's spending, and then when my mom transfers me the money back, you can see on the 18th, this was an inflow into my checking account, but it was an inflow not into to be budgeted. I put it directly into this non-me credit card spending, which you can see is that number there, 530. And so then that kind of cancels out the spending. And there's $20 available here because she actually gave me more money than needed. So this is kind of like a credit for her now. And hopefully you can see that when I enter in these transactions. Like I said, this is on the 19th. Mom spending. Category is non-me credit card spending. The memo is going to be, I believe this is gas. And then I like to use these hashtags to help me so that I can search for these transactions later if I need to. And it's going to be an outflow of 1631. We're going to do save and add another. This one was also on the 19th. This was car wash, $15. Oh, save and add another. Also on the 19th. Burger King. She didn't even get me any Burger King when she went there. She just got herself Burger King, which I was like, that's rude. I guess she just got like a drink probably. On the 19th as well. This I think she got her hair cut and then got her nails done. And it was $75. Save and add another. Okay, this is a big one. And this is why she was like, I've got some spending coming up, so let's go ahead and do this. And she had been saving for this. This was my mom's half of the rehearsal dinner, which I was like, that's a lot of money. I mean, it was like for 15 or 18 people, something like that. So, but it was $512.50. And if you notice, as I'm entering in transactions, you can see this overspending button is appearing, and we'll look into the budget in a second so I can show you what it looks like. But pretty much this is what she needs to pay me to cover her credit card bill. Next, we have on the 20th, pay again is mom spending, and this was Publix, so this was 67. Okay, so I think that is all the spending on this credit card that is hers. There's some more spending, but it's mine. So let's see. So this is what it looks like now when I did the spending. I'm literally just gonna call it, this pay is going to be like what the actual place is, which was Publix. The category, I'm going to put all of this under, let's just do events and holidays because this is all spending that had to do with the wedding. So the memo I'm going to say was chicken tender pub sub. And then I also got water and pain meds. These are all 3 separate transactions. The Publix was like a mile from the venue, and I ended up going to the Publix like 3 separate times. It's kind of embarrassing, but whatever. These are 3 separate transactions, so I'm going to use the beautiful calculator that's part of YNAB's interface and do $6.54, $6.99, and 79 cents. Okay, so that's all going to be $14.32, and we're going to save that. And I think all of these transactions are pending. Okay, so is my current balance $567.48? It is. Yay. I also need to come to this credit card because I did some spending here. These transactions are still pending, but I have one more that I need to add for yesterday. The pay, I had trouble trying to get this transaction to go through on my Sapphire card. I don't know why, so I had to put it on my Chase Freedom Unlimited. So it is going to be mom spending, and the memo is going to be Starbucks. She ended up getting Starbucks for the entire bridal shower or bridal party that the morning of. So I want to put that transaction on the right credit card. Okay, now we're going to go to the budget again. We're going to open up the credit card payments. So you see I have $605 available to pay for my credit card, but my actual balance is $1,289.62. When the available balance and the card balance does not match, that's how you know that you have overspending on the credit card. And as you can see here, it even shows me the little credit card asterisk. I need $694.60 to cover the overspending in this non-me credit card spending. And I know the only person who's been spending on the credit card is my mom, so this is what she needs to pay me. She usually transfers me the money every couple of days. I'm not really worried about this now because I don't need to pay my credit card until like April 24th or whatever, but we try to be pretty consistent with her transferring me the money, just so she's aware that that money is not available for her to spend anymore in her budget. But I also think that I had some overspending. Yep, here. This is that $14.32 is the Publix charge. I've been using this events and holidays line to track my expenses for my sister's wedding, but as you can see here, I actually have this line item here, sister's wedding, and I've been moving money out, as you can tell, because that's like a negative. So I'm actually going to use this to cover this overspending. So cover this overspending with sister's wedding, but I'm no longer overspent on my credit card. Something some of y'all may have, I don't have yet. YNAB is rolling out a new feature where you can actually start to see the history of all the money moving around. So like when I moved the money from the sister's wedding to the events and holidays, there's going to be a button up here that says recent moves, and when you click on that, it's going to show you on March 21st, you moved $14 from sister's wedding to events and holidays. And you're also going to be able to click on any single category and see all of the money moving in and out for that one category. And I know that's something that a lot of people have been asking for because they want to get a better idea of, you know, if they are overspending in one category, where are they pulling the money from? Which previously YNAB didn't really allow you a way to track. So be on the lookout for that new feature. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention is that like when you were reimbursed, so you can see here, the 15th and the 18th. The payee is my mom, and it's an inflow directly into the category not to be budgeted. When you inflow it directly into a category, it does not show up on your reports as income, which is why I like to do that, because it's not really income. I mean, yes, it's money into my budget, and if I wanted to, I could put that as income and have it go into inflow to be budgeted and then do it from that. But personally, I think that would skew and mess up my reports. So it does not show as income here. And when you are completely reimbursed, it doesn't even show up as spending. So right now it's showing that I spent $694.60 in this non-meat credit card spending. But as you can see, I've actually spent way more than that. I already have had 2 transactions cover all of that spending. So here's an example in January. You can see this category for friends and family reimbursements is showing as 0, but I can actually click on this and you can see that there was spending here of, let's see, I spent $5, then $35, then $11, but I was reimbursed the $5, and then 35 plus 11 is 46. So I was reimbursed for all the spending that I tracked in this account, which is why that shows as 0. So once I am fully reimbursed this $694.60 from my mom, that will also show as 0, and so that won't count as spending for me. I know I said this was going to be rambling, but this has been really rambling, and I'm not sure if it was really interesting to anyone, but I was going to do all of this work in YNAB, and I decided to just film it. I hope y'all have been having a good March. As always, I hope y'all are staying safe and healthy and that you have a good day.